I'm gonna sing it. I have to. Feliz Navidad, do, 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 do. Feliz Navidad. Woo! Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from down in Mexico. Hi guys, welcome to Bell's Bargains. My name is Amy. Okay, so today I'm doing a challenge. What? I know, because it's been so long. But I'm back. I'm getting on the playlist a little late because I forgot how much work it takes to do a challenge. Anyway, all right, so I want to talk about today's challenge. It's called Hello Christmas, hence Feliz Navidad. Do, 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 do. Anyway, it's an open playlist, and their host is Brenda from Rustic and Lace. You guys know I love her. And Krista from Crafty Life. Now that's a new channel to me, so I'll go watch that and get to know Krista. But I hope you watch the playlist because you guys know the playlists are always amazing. Amazing. And the playlist will be linked down below in my description box. But here it is, you guys. So my first trash to decor Christmas items. So excited about this because I think I did a really, really good job. All right, so I'm gonna start with my second favorite. And then I'm gonna put the one I don't like at all in the middle, and then I'm gonna end with the one that I like the best. Okay, now this one is really cute, and it's just a novelty piece. It's just very novelty. I'll be like, wait, what? Is he? Come on, he's cute. So it's cotton balls. Can I just tell you what this is made out of? Because I'm pretty dang proud. So this is a downy, softer, but you know, those things. Wait, I have a bottle, hold. Sorry, it's Clorox. But anyway, this is the bottle, right? So I emptied my bottle and I was like, that looks like a snowman to me. And I am so proud of all the elements that I put this together with. So I'm gonna just point out a few things because I'm gonna show you how I made them. But the biggest one is, this is like a conduit cover. I'm picking up trash. By the way, really quickly, for those of you who don't know, my husband and I moved to Mexico for his job 2 months ago. We're in Cabo San Lucas, and I didn't bring all my craft supplies because they wouldn't fit in the Tahoe, and we just had a carload to bring down. So I'm like, there's so much trash in Mexico. That's nothing against Mexico. It just happens to be anyway, it's a long story. So anyway, the people here, by the way, amazing, and the most friendly country I've ever been to. So yeah, might be the only third country I've been to. But anyway, fourth, fifth, it doesn't matter. They're just super friendly. But I decided, instead of going and buying a bunch of craft supplies, which I don't really have storage for anyway, and like, what am I gonna do with them when I leave? Because I won't have space to take them back, and we're not sure how long we're gonna be here. I was like, I'm just gonna start recycling and making crafts and art out of trash. So Juanita back there, she was made completely out of trash. You can look at her video. And then, and anyway, I did this challenge, and so I'm super happy because this, like I said, it's a piece of conduit cover that I found. You'll see in the video. This is just the top to the bottle, right? You can see that there, except I used up all my protein powder, and there's always a scoop in there, and I just cut the handle off the scoop. This was a piece of ribbon that I bought a throw blanket at Costco, and it was like wrapped in this ribbon, like Velcroed. I'm like, of course I'm gonna use that. I'm not throwing that away. And then these are just like stoppers on a cabinet, right? It's a long story, but I ordered, anyway, they came from Amazon. It wasn't exactly what I ordered, but I just kept them and thought I'll use them in my crafts. And then this little red thing was a toothpick that we got at a restaurant in a drink. And I was like, yeah, I need those. I'm gonna take those home and craft with them. And they were just trash. So this little thing was like on the toothpick. The toothpick went through there. I took them both home so I could have them. And then this little ribbon was from a collar from Jack's Being Groomed. And anyway, so it was like I threw that in my craft stuff. And then this was this thing that I just bought at the 22 peso store, which is a dollar store here, by the way. I have hauls of my 22 peso store, which I found here in Mexico, Cabo San Lucas, and it's like a Dollar Tree. There's not as much stuff, but there's so much stuff in there, it's like Dollar Tree. So anyway, so this is my snowman. Now let me show you how I made him. gonna take our Downy fabric smelling good bottle stuff and a scoop from a protein powder, and we're gonna glue that on top of it, paint it black, and I just use straight acrylic paint, nothing fancy. I didn't scuff it up or anything because I can coat it with a coat of Mod Podge if it starts to wear off. And yeah, okay, anyway, so now I'm going to drop some cotton balls in there. First I thought I had to fluff up the cotton balls, but then I realized I had more than enough cotton balls to fill this thing up. And so I threw the cotton balls in there because that's going to give us our white for the snowman, right? And then I had this ribbon, which was from a blanket that I got, and it was like Velcroed around the blanket. And so I'm gonna marker on a plaid pattern on this and then make it the tie for our snowman. Pretty simple. You do one thin like checks and then you do a thicker color next to the lines on your check, and it gives you a nice plaid. Okay, that's just a simple way to do it. And then I frayed the ends there for his little end of his scarf. Then I'm gonna take that and I'm going to put it around our snowman. I glue on his top, put it around our snowman. I get the appropriate spot on him where I want it, and then tied it and glued it on there and went to putting on his face. So I'm just using a marker. I'm going to paint it on afterwards, because the marker I could wipe off and get it where I wanted it, and then I just went over it with paint. So get that on there. And then this is like this conduit cover. It's so cool. And it was the perfect like carrot nose. So cut a little triangle, glued it on. Look at that, it's so perfect. And then I just took a little pink and sort of rosied right there. And now these are like cabinet stoppers, and I ordered them, ended up with way too many, and I'm like, that's okay, I'm gonna use them in crafting. And they make perfect little stick-on buttons for my snowman, right? This is just like so perfect. And so I put those on there. Now I want to, they're drying, my little buttons. I want to embellish the hat, and so this is this little thing I got to make a snowman with later. But I was like, oh, I'm going to cut a little bit of it off because I don't have an array of ribbon here, right? So I've got to get, creative. And then this was a little wood piece that I had that was ribbon from a collar for Jack's thing. Made a little plaid miniature thing there to put on it. Anyway, and then I decorated his little top. His little hat. So it was perfect, just a little addition there. I'm working with, like, I gotta be really creative here. So, and then I went and put his buttons on, and look! So cute! Okay, so, and he's so adorable. So I'm putting him in the guest bathroom. I have guests coming in November, and so I was like, I'm just gonna start making this Christmas stuff and putting it up all over. Why not? All right, so let's move along. This one I don't really like. Well, I'm gonna show it to you. It was a really good idea, and if I could make it again, and it would be okay, right? Parched, sorry. So I could make it again, it would come out better, but whatever. I'm still gonna show it to you because it's not bad, it's just not my favorite. All right, so does anybody recognize what this is? Guess what it is? Oh, I'm gonna show you. I forgot to bring, I'm gonna show you. I didn't have to show you because it'll be in the video, but look, these are the Guru Nanda, the things that go over your toothbrushes that when I found them at the Dollar Tree, I was like, oh yeah. So I bought enough of them for like a year's supply. So those came down with us for our toothbrushes here. And so when I opened them, I was like, oh my gosh, it so much looks like an ornament. Now, do you see it? Yeah, so this is what I did. I had this bracelet that's got all these baubles on it, and the baubles fall off, and I couldn't get them back on. I was like, it has so many on there, it doesn't matter. So like, forget it, I'm just gonna throw them in my craft stuff. And so that's what I did, and I just thought this one looked like a mini ornament. like this little glass blue ball, just looks like a mini ornament. Okay, so I decided that's what I was gonna use it for. And then I had all these other bits of jewelry that had fallen off. This is since I've been in Mexico. I had a bracelet break, but I saved all the bits. And anyway, so, all right, let's see how I made this one. All right, so this is the Guru Nanda little toothbrush holder thing, but it looks like an ornament shape, doesn't it? Anyway, all right, so I've got this iron-on stuff that I got from the Dollar Tree that I brought with me because I'm going to do my denim jacket, and I was like, oh, this will work perfect for covering this because I don't have any wrapping paper or anything. So, and it irons on. So basically what I did was I ironed it in the center so that when I put the dome over it, there would be a decorative background to it. So I did that first, right? And so now that background. And then I went ahead and did the the front in this stuff. And then I've got to put the dome in before I can actually put that stuff on the back because I'm going to glue it shut. So I've got to put the dome in there. So I put one little mirror square back there, and then I take my sort of miniature ornament that I'm going to hang in there, and I put it on a earring holder. It was a broken earring thing, and so it was the perfect little hanger. And then I took a piece of wire, and I heated it up so that I could poke it through there, and then I just stuck a little tiny bit of glue to sort of just get it to stay there. And then I just twirled the top of it. Now I dumped all the rest of my sort of random like crystal-y miniature ornament things and then glued it in there. And now I'm gonna do the back, and so I just sort of iron it on there. I realized I didn't need to use foil at this point. And then I trimmed it all off. See, I could have left it, like it could have been done at this point, but I wanted to put a ribbon on it. Well, I don't have any ribbon. So I was like, well, I'll just make some colored ribbon out of some string bits that I have that came off a tag of something, and I'm like saving everything because I have no crafting supplies. And by the way, that's just a little keychain thing there to hang it up with. So I take this blue because it matches the little miniature ornament and water it down, dye my string and glue it on there. And then I took a paintbrush and just sort of finished off the sides there with that paint, even though I'd done the black marker. It needed a little bit more. And then I dyed a second piece, and I decided just to frame the whole ornament in this blue. Then I end up with a little bit left over once I finished that. And so I just moved my bow where I had it because I just didn't like it there, and took the leftover piece of string and sort of gave my bow a second set of tails. And then that like finished it off. Voila, all done. Not that difficult. So it's funny because this red stuff, I have a denim jacket that I have all my patches from the Dollar Tree that I'm going to do, and I brought this. I have like this bag of all that stuff, and in there was this these iron-on sheets from the Dollar Tree, and so I was like, oh yeah, I can use those to make my thing. All right, so now the reason for the blue is obviously because of the blue ornament. Now that I'm looking at it, it's not as bad as I think it is it? It's okay. I should have like put maybe polka dots on the red. I don't know, you guys tell me. And then this was just a keychain ring. And then this was like chain from the necklace that I took apart for the next thing I made. Are you ready? Because this is actually, did I show you how I made this? I don't think I did. Hold on, let's go do that. I think I did. Okay, well if I did, I'm gonna say this twice. Anyway, it was pretty easy to make. Really not that bad. Okay, so let's get into the next one. And all from my Guru Nanda. By the way, I was thinking like I should take 2 of them for next time. Because this always happens when you're crafting. So I couldn't use this one because I had opened it wrong, all right? But I should take 2 of them and I can put them together. And then I can put little miniature Christmas trees and fake snow in there. So the next time I open them, I think that's what I'll do is I'll save them and do that. Okay, enough. This is my favorite. Now, I gotta say, Marcus came home and he goes, is it? I was like, oh, no! Anyway, but I think this came out really cool. Now, when I made Juanita back here, somebody gave me a really nice comment. And they said, Amy, that's not a craft, that's an art piece of art. You're an artist. And in a lot of ways, sometimes I can be. And so this piece is very much that. So you're not gonna believe what I made this out of, but it's a Christmas tree. And it's the only Christmas tree we're probably gonna have here because I don't know that I'm gonna buy a Christmas tree, because then what do I do with it? I don't know if we're here next year or we're not here next year. So instead, I think I'll just craft some Christmas stuff. So I love this. Can you see there's jewels on it? Guess what it's made out of? Yeah, egg crates. Okay, so I just want you to look at the bottom. Can you see that there? Like I talk about this in the video where I kind of use the purple and there's like the roots of the tree. All right, so let me just top to bottom. This is egg cartons. One of them was the cardboard kind and one is the plastic. So I alternated like the plastic with the cardboard. Can you see that? You'll see it when you see me put it together. Now I want you to take note of all the different colors that are in here, which I think is exactly what makes it look like a tree. Now Marcus said, is it a palm tree? And I go, I get it. It could, shorter, yeah. But I really wanted to do a Christmas tree and put the jewels on it. So let me just really quickly, this is 4 pieces of cardboard glued together. You're gonna see all this. I cut up my leftover egg carton bits and paper mache'd them onto my base here. This in here is my favorite thing. I found it when I was, trash. Remember you guys, I was like, trash, I use trash. I found it when I was walking home from taking Marcus's lunch, and it looked like a root, like a plant root. And upon picking it up, I realized it was just a dowel that they had used to probably stir cement or something. And it was just the broken off bit of it, and all this cement was dry on there. But it looks like a tree trunk. Kind of like a palm tree trunk. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Okay, so whatever. You guys get it, right? So that was perfect, and then I just used wire and just layered my egg carton bits on there. This was Marmy Adventure coming up, is this incredible store that Marcus and I went to. It's a decoration store, and this was this, you'll see it in the video, this sheet of like backsplash with these mirror squares for $1. And so I grabbed one, and then I just made this little gift out of it. I thought that was super cute. But this right here, you guys, just watch and you'll see what I used to make that. All right, egg cartons. I mean, we all know egg cartons because we've all used them all our lives. And I decided, as I was on this journey of recycling trash, that I liked egg cartons, and I thought that they would make really good parts to a tree or ornaments or whatever. Anyway, so here's what happened. So I had plastic and I had the cardboard. And so I decided to incorporate both of them to give me some dimension in my tree that I'm making with these. So I pulled out my green and I just started just painting all these. By the way, I used water too, so I sort of watered it down because I wasn't looking for, you know, this strong green coverage, because I know I'm going to add paint once I put it together. And then I do the same thing on the plastic ones. And I paint all those and I set them aside to dry. And there you go, all done. And then I go to making my base. So I have 4 pieces of cardboard that were left over from another thing I was making with cardboard. And they were like 4 equal parts of the box. I glued them all together, and then I started cutting up my leftover remnants of the purple stuff to make my paper mache, basically. So water, glue, and the cardboard purple stuff from my egg carton. And then I had to put holes in all of my tree bits, so I did that, and then glued my trunk down, which is just a piece of trash I picked up, and then started to paper mache my ground on my cardboard base that I've glued together. This really is trash, you guys. But doesn't that look like a tree trunk? Anyway, okay, so would you think it was just a stick that they used to mix concrete in, and then that was the broken off bit that I found on the floor? All right, so I'm paper macheing all of my ground coverage, and then I had to let that dry, and then I went back to poking holes into my pieces while that is drying. I did let it dry overnight. Then once it was all dry, I'm going to take my brown paint. I used a light brown and a dark brown. I didn't really have the perfect brown, and you know I love to mix colors without really mixing them because then you get variation in color on your base. In this instance, it doesn't really matter because, well, I suppose it does. I end up adding a whole bunch more colors onto my base once I do my tree because I decided I was going to paint my base this just a brownish, and then I would put the tree together. So I'm trying to straighten out my piece of wire there. There was sort of a hole in my stump, and so I went ahead and hot glued that in. And then I had to bring some leaves down over the stump because otherwise there was too much stump. It just didn't balance well. So I just cut them and glued them down there. But the majority of them are just going to slide right over my piece of wire, right? So get those on there till I get to the point where it's the wire. And I'm just alternating cardboard, plastic, cardboard, plastic, cardboard, plastic. So it's like, yeah, it works. And then just go ahead and finish all that up. I think I had 12 each, 12 cardboard and 12 plastic pieces, but, you know, depending upon the size tree, right? I could have made a smaller one, whatever. Okay, and then I'm going to cut off the wire, and I'm going to loop that top because I need a base to glue my star onto. Now, I am taking like a gold, a purple, a bright green, a teal green, and sort of a Kelly green almost, and I am just coloring those colors all over this tree. Looks very eggplant. But if you know what a blue spruce is, blue spruce very much has like purple in it, and so I was going for that. And also, this is not what I would call an exact replica of a tree. This is a piece of art that looks like a tree made from trash. So, but I do like the variations of the colors. I think it came out super cool. And then I take all my leftover paint and I'm just dabbing it on my base. But I'm going to take that purplish eggplant color and I'm sort of going to paint my roots, and I paint up the base of my tree. Now there's a piece of jewelry that I'm going to use to decorate my tree. So I made a star with it, and then basically I just cut it apart and used all the sparklies for ornaments on my tree. And I just glued them on. Just used my little pliers, put some glue on there, popped them on there, and put my sparklies, my cheap piece of costume jewelry that I'd already taken apart, and used it on this tree. Now I'm going to make a gift box. So I took 6 of these squares. I cut them off of this like backsplash piece, and I'm going to make a box. And then that's going to become my little present under the tree. Now again, I don't have ribbon, so I took this iron-on stuff, cut a piece, wrapped it around like the ribbon, and then I took little miniature black rubber bands, put a bunch of them together, and it looks like a bow on top of my box. I think this is so cute. So just watch. I'm just going to throw a bunch of ribbons on my hand, on my fingers, boom, boom, boom. And then I took that little tiny piece of red right there and glued it around it to hold it, and then glued that on, and they fluffed apart just like a little bow. All right, all done. I love my tree. It's my favorite one. Absolutely my favorite one for sure. And now I have a Christmas tree here because we didn't have one. There you go. What do you think? Hope you liked all these. All right, I'm super happy with this. And I have to say, the piece of jewelry that I took apart, I had, what I got here, I brought out my jewelry, I cleaned it all, I went through it all, and it was just ugly, and there was other bits to it. And I took it all apart, and I made a hat rim thing out of it. And so the leftover was what I used for this. And I think it comes out really well. It gives it that little Christmas sparkle, and I made my star out of it. Okay, you gotta tell me, which one is yours? By the way, if you're still with me right now, please write Feliz Navidad in the comments. Also, let me know which one of these three was your favorite. I think this is so cute and so whimsical, but I just think that this is just really pretty. And it's a good, just a little miniature representation for us of Christmas here. And this is like, yeah, I don't know. I'll probably take it apart and reuse the beads for something else. You know how that goes? Okay. But anyway, that's it. Everybody have a great day, a great week, a great life. Please go check out the playlist down below, and make sure you tell them that Amy sent you over there from Bella's Bargains. I'm excited to be back doing challenges. Let me know what you think. And I'm so excited about this, making crafts from trash. Like trash. This is trash. Juanita was trash, totally trash. Anyway, so it's a whole lot of fun for me, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time here on Bella's Bargains. So, as always, from your singing crafty crafter, Feliz Navidad, do 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 do. Happy Christmas shopping, do 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 do. And happy bargain hunting. See you next time here on Bella's Bargains. Toodles.